This is a special edition of Coffee with the Commish because we have not one, but two members of the league joining me today. The two Light brothers, the Mountaineers and Giants Rule. The reason I'm sitting in between the two of them, I think we're going to go a little off script here. This is going to be...
I just want to extend my hand and shake your hand. I'd like to.
Who shakes hands like that? Who shakes hands like that? That's a baseball ring. That is not a fantasy football ring.
I can't tell. Looks like a lot of footballs.
I bet you can't tell.
Two?
I do have two, but you know,
Four?
times is tough. Entrepreneur.
So I'll kick it off. I think this is about to get hijacked from the role, but as I had mentioned, a special edition, so we'll just go as we go here. So I guess my first thought, sitting with the both of you here, you've been in the league since 01,
I have.
here since 04. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many times I've had to type both of your names? Uppercase, lowercase, exclamation point,
let me mention this right now. So he was coming over here today, and I said I was going to say the Mountaineers will be present, and I wasn't just going to go through the rigmarole.
Okay.
iPhone auto-corrected to it.
Wow. Also, I'd like to point out, Mr. Commish, that you haven't typed it all that often because as of the past 5 years, you've been doing GR.
Yeah, what kind of bullshit is that?
This is a family show, Sean.
Whatever.
We do have a touch of one.
Yeah, okay.
But I do get lazy sometimes.
Yep.
And for that,
which we don't appreciate. Yeah, we don't appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
So I think I haven't figured out.
We're in the middle playing Fortnite. We need a break, and we got like guy being lazy.
I'll add it to my Microsoft Word library.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll have it
Thank
pumped
you.
out automatically. So two veterans of the league, as we had mentioned.
You did.
And we're coming up on our 20th season in 2020.
That's great.
Wow.
So we're getting old. 20
Yes,
seasons. We're going to do it big. You got any good ideas for the 20th season?
Kick Giants rule out.
Mountaineers
You need at least 2 top 3 finishes to be in. That's my rule.
That's your rule.
I think
that's your rule.
I think it's
that's your rule.
I think it's a quality rule.
I think there should be a rule for people who decide to take advantage of other members of the league. I think there should be a rule for that.
Yeah. So
and I just so happen to bring out some notes.
Wow, that got escalated quickly.
So we'll go back to my part at the end.
Yeah.
I'll say right here.
All right. So this, I called this meeting. I texted the commish and said that I needed a platform to speak about some issues that I have with a particular team in the league.
Because Giants Rule won't produce his own content.
Yes.
So he's going to hijack my show.
Yes.
Do it.
And he came willingly, so not my problem. However, we have a problem. We have
Public service announcement.
I want to first say this to all the members. I like you all. You're very nice people.
I also agree.
Whatever comes after this, it's nothing against you personally. It is just merely a little bit of a frustration with what happens now. We have a guy in the league, to Mountaineers, who consistently drafts poor teams. And he doesn't do his research thoroughly. He drafts a horrible team, and then 4 weeks later, he decides to trade and screw someone over. Now, I want to start off with his best trade that I found, which was 2007. It was his first championship. He traded with a guy by the name of Cock and Fire. Now, Sean...
Joe Stacy.
Joe Stacy was no longer in the league?
No longer in the league.
Now, I would like to also point out...
How's that trade?
I'd also like to point out that Sean said, and I quote, I used to always pawn... What player off of him?
Lavernius Cole.
Lavernius Cole's on him. So this was Sean's go-to screw over, just so everyone knows.
In the library at CBA. Once a year, we were going in there for a meeting, and I was taking down somebody's
Yes,
Lavernius.
so I want to point that out, folks, that he has a go-to guy to screw over.
I would
just so you
draft
know.
Lavernius for that reason.
So in this trade, it was his best one of the bunch that I'm going to mention. He drafted, it was an August trade, he drafted Greg Jennings, who was coming off a really good season of 300 total yards.
He was injured. That was his bed season, probably.
Sidney Rice, which you, for this is for Drug and Dead, you might as well start Schmalz.
Hold on, I think Sidney Rice
I
went to
watched
I think he went to South Carolina, and that's where Joe went. That's probably when the...
There you go.
Man, I'm so...
And then Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
And then Jamal Lewis, who had some good years in Baltimore, and was coming off a good year in Baltimore, but then had just gotten traded to the Browns, and people, as I anticipated, were not expecting a great season out of him. So those are the three.
Although he did have a great season.
He did. I will make note he did have a great season.
I knew it was
Greg
happening.
Jennings had a great season as
I knew
well.
they were both going to
However, no one expected either of that. And Sean got Terrell Owens, who had 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns. One of the best receivers, probably the best receiver in the league. So just want to let you know that is trade number one we're going to point to.
That was 2007, right?
2007, his first title. Okay. Now I want to fast forward to 2014. Sean traded with the only Browns fan. Is he still in the league?
He's gone.
He's gone. Okay, I can talk bad about him. The only Browns fan. Sean got Devin Hester and Tony Romo. Tony Romo at this time was a great fantasy quarterback. He was
I disagree with that.
okay. Do you disagree with that?
Well, you can bring out statistics.
I can bring it. You like me to?
Well, I thought he was pretty medium.
He was not. He was one of the better running quarterbacks in the league at that time. He was not a top tier, but he was just underneath. But you're right. So now he's just okay. So he got
that year was his best year of his career.
Oh, great, perfect. Then he got in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
So
perfect timing.
Only Browns fan, but don't worry, only Browns fan really got his pick of the litter. He came in with Allen Robinson, who was brutal that year. He came in with a real good Alec Ogletree, who we all know is on every team that wins championships. And he got a quarterback to replace Romo in Geno Smith. The guy is brutal.
Hey, hold on. What year was that?
2014.
Okay.
And I have some more stats for you from that league. At the time of the trade, Sean it was an early trade. Sean had gone 1-3 to start the season, and then after the trade went 6-3. He was the sixth place team in the playoffs, and he had to go 6-3 in the final 9 games to make the playoffs.
I'd like to see what the only Browns fan finished that year. I bet he finished. I bet he won in the theater.
Didn't make the playoffs.
We don't know that though.
And then Sean ended up winning that. Went 6th to 1st. That was his second championship. Flash forward again to 2017, and this person's still in the league. Garden State Grinders seems to be a trend now, back to back. New Joe Stacy, I might add. Garden State Grinders apparently wanted to give away Sammy Watkins and Jared Goff, which also seems to be a trend with Jared Goff.
No. Oh, this was last year.
Yes.
Last year, yeah.
And Sean gave away a real good Ben Roethlisberger. For whatever reason, this guy loves Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew loves Ben Roethlisberger. And then Evan Ingram, who had a good season.
Yeah,
who had a good season.
Big Ben next
He
year.
needed a tight end, and Goff was his backup quarterback.
To be clear, I wouldn't give him Goff. I wouldn't give him Goff for both of them, let alone adding Sammy Watkins.
He had a great starting quarterback. I don't remember who it was.
Regardless. Then Sean, before that trade, was 2-6. After that trade, I'm not including the playoffs, which you mentioned earlier. After that trade, he went 4-1 to then make the playoffs as the 8th seed, and then take me down in the first round,
savage you in the face,
and come in,
or almost 100 point beat down,
and then came in second place. So he had a brutal team
Would've
two
won.
times.
Would have won.
This is the second time he's made the playoffs purely because he screwed someone over. I want to give credit where credit's due. Garden State Grinders had a good explanation. He's not apparently doing very well this year and needed to make a move. However, this is a horrible move. And to be clear, Garden State Grinders, Andrew, you're a very nice human. I enjoy your videos. But Jared Goff was number 3 quarterback in the league, and you're starting Ben Roethlisberger every week. I don't know why you like Ben Roethlisberger, but you had a top 3 quarterback on your bench and then traded him away. Mind-blowing. 2018, we're here. Garden State Grinders again. The Mountaineers is going after him. The Mountaineers gave him T.J. Yeldon, who we had just talked about how Leonard Fournette is supposed to be very good. It might be out for the year, or out to week 10, so Yeldon might be a good pick. So I'll give you that. But Jimmy Graham is horrible. You literally had to have gone after him for his name. The guy's brutal. He sucked all year. He's continuing to sucking. Garden State Grinders, once again, I wouldn't have given Goff to Sean for both of those players, and then you add in one of the best receivers in the league with Landry. What are you thinking? It just doesn't make...
I don't know if he's one of the best receivers in the league.
With half a point for receptions, he is the best receiver.
If he was still in the Dolphins,
he's still great on the Browns right now.
He's doing well.
Oh yeah, the Dolphins with Tannehill. What a great combo that would be. But oh yeah, I already mentioned that part. A few notes about this trade that I want to vomit at. I'm sorry to call you out again, Andrew, but you turned down in the deal, just so everyone knows, he turned down getting Tom Brady back. So he had an opportunity to get Tom Brady. He turned it down to have Ben Roethlisberger as his starting quarterback, who actually, I know, he might be having a good year, I don't know, but still, mind-blowing. And then I wanted to put in a non-biased thing on it. I put it to a vote on Instagram, and we had approximately 350 people vote in the poll. 315 of them approximately voted that Sean got the much better in the deal. I had received also very many comments about this deal, hoping that people hoping that I was the team A that got the better deal. I told him it was my brother screwing people over. That's 90% of the vote, and 3 of those people that voted in the other 45 people was Sean, Ryan, who's just trying to make me feel bad,
And my business account.
Sean's business account, and Andrew, the Garden State Grinders, also voted for that person. So we as a group we gotta put a ban on trading with Sean. He's trying to screw you over. Just so you guys know, he is verbally assaulting people, trying to screw them over.
That's
just so you know.
False.
So when you're getting a trade from Mountaineers, my phone number is 732-865-6397. That's a hotline for help.
I'm writing that down right now.
Yes, write it down.
Play it back 8 times.
If the Mountaineers sends you a trade offer that I'm not sure about, or just any trade offer, please send it my way. I'll give you my honest opinion of it. Thank you and goodbye. Maybe not goodbye, but for right now I'm done. Okay.
Wow.
You got the floor again.
Well, this episode got hijacked a little bit.
So back to the popcorn question.
I'd like to ask questions. Sean, you got anything to say for yourself? Let's see this spin.
Yeah, I mean, look. Every year we go into trade talks. I engage with them. I'm very willing to give up my players. My motto ever since high school was you got to give to get. I always wanted to screw over trades, but you got to give to get.
What'd you give?
Okay, hold on. You always have to give to get, right? So I go into these trades, and this is my philosophy. So then you start going through the negotiation process, and sometimes the deal turns out differently than you anticipated. Sometimes it's better than you anticipated, and you just got to roll the punches here. You know, like I want to help them out just as much as I want to help out. I know that's how trades work. I'm just out there, I'm just putting the work in. I'm grinding, trying to get trades done. And
are you willing to say that you screwed over Garden State Grinders?
I'm willing to say I screwed over Cock and Fire year in and year out.
Are you willing to say you screwed over? Are you willing to say you screwed over Grinders?
No.
Why not?
I'm not willing to say I screwed them over.
How about last year?
No. I don't. Remember me last year's trade again?
My pleasure. Sammy Watkins and Jared Goff for Ben Roethlisberger and Evan Ingram.
I will say that one was one-sided. However,
so you screwed him over?
No, I didn't say I screwed him over because he needed a tight end. I had an extra tight end, and I gave it to him. And now I understand what you're saying, the Goff, the value, whatever, blah blah blah. But Goff wasn't playing on his team.
But it's still a much more valuable player than to get Evan Ingram.
Agreed. But we're just helping out starters here. We all know at the end of the season, benches don't make your squad. So if Jared Goff's on your bench, you might as well get rid of him for somebody with lesser value, greater value, whatever.
Oh yeah, just offer that.
I'll tell you right now, I've been offering Jared Goff around, and not a lot of people biting at him, and I'm just giving like 1-for-1s where they're making out better just because I don't want Goff on my bench. Okay, now, and I will say this year, I wouldn't say I screwed him over. I would say that I was trying to negotiate a fair deal, and he self-screwed. I think he screwed himself. I think because I was giving him Tom Brady. I think Ben Roethlisberger is trash.
You're saying on the record that Garden State Grinders screwed over himself.
Yes.
Okay. But the deal is completely unfair. At the time of the trade, when Yeldon was going to be a backup in a week.
Yeldon was good. I'll give him. I like what Graham's
brutal.
not been good. Graham's not been good. But
at the time of the trade, Yeldon was going to be a backup in a week.
Yes.
So what did you give him that was valuable at the time of the trade?
I gave him a good player to put in a running back and help him out for a week.
And then you get Jarvis Landry, who will be a starter for you for the rest of the season, and Jared Goff, who probably should be a starter for you, but it's set to start.
It was not a fair trade, but I didn't screw him over.
So new content.
I didn't screw him over. He offered it.
This is my program, guys. I'm going to run for a moment here. We're getting a new idea for some additional content.
Okay.
We're going to do, I think it should be produced by the Light Brothers, obviously.
This can't go wrong.
And I am not going to be sitting in the middle of it, but it should be like ESPN's PTI, the interruption for those that
Sean loves that show.
I do. Shotgun Stephen A. Smith.
And it's
Stephen A. Smith. Part of the interruption is who's the black guy?
Oh, Wilbon.
I want to be the white guy.
Kornheiser.
But I think take a couple topics weekly, could be 3, 5, whatever's on your mind. Put a little clock on it. Fun. Go well past the clock, debating everything.
Where are we going to go well past the clock?
Where are we going to find like a video setup, like lighting?
I'm not sure. I can't think of anything.
So it's a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
So, okay, proceed.
Yeah. Well, I just want, all I wanted was to let the league know, I want a platform for the league to know that Sean is actively seeking to screw you over.
That's not true.
And you
That's
are
false.
actively seeking it.
That's false.
If it didn't happen every year, I believe it's false, but it happens every year. And
I'm just persuasive.
you,
People like to help me out. I'm a
That
charity
doesn't,
case.
just because you're persuasive doesn't mean you're not screwing people over. So I want you to know that he's trying to, again, I gave you my phone number again, it's 732-865-6397. Write it down. And if you need just a second opinion, I'll give it to you. I'm okay giving you second opinions. You just need to, because Sean, I know you probably have the stats, probably not offhand, but Sean had a run there where he wasn't making the playoffs a lot, and he still should be making the playoffs. These past 2 years, maybe not this year, we can't tell yet. But last year, he had no business being in the playoffs. The team sucked. And then all of a sudden, he gets these guys, and then he goes second place. He made moves, but he made moves by screwing people over. So just think about that, guys, when you receive trade offers from DeMountaineers. Think about it.
So you do know Untouchable does not text, he calls.
He calls.
So you're going to get a phone call.
I'm okay with that. If it means Sean not getting good players, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
It's just flat out not true. I'm here to negotiate. If you choose to go down that path, I'm more than welcome. I'm more than happy to hold your hand walking down that path.
Yeah, you're holding them as they walk off their team off the edge.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
you're helping them.
So
yeah. Well, look, I'm not gonna stop them from giving me good players.
Screw people over.
while we're in the spirit of trading, maybe we take the focus off both of you and put it on somebody else.
No, I don't do that.
Who would you say is the next worst trader in the league as far as proposed trades?
Oh, establish this.
It's who?
He proposed trades, or not establish this, is untouchable.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, establish this is. He's kicking it up there too. He was giving me some garbage for Kelsey.
Yeah, I think Establish This looks down upon the league as I don't want to say anything politically incorrect.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I feel like he feels like we're challenged sometimes in our.
Oh yeah, you want to hear what he dropped on me the other day?
What?
He said, he was like, look, you plug these guys in. Look, you got to do something to get yourself going for a playoff run. You suck right now. And I was like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I think he got a few championships early on. Good for him. But I think now he looks down on us as if we'll just hand him our best players. Be like, oh, okay, this seems great. Yeah, but I know football. I'm not an idiot. If you offer me dog crap, I'm going to reject it pretty quickly. And then I told him we had that Alvin Kamara, Tyreek Hill deal, and then I pushed. I messaged him saying, yeah, I'd like to get this deal done before this next week starts. I wanted to plug in Alvin Kamara, and he responded with like, ha 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 ha, yeah, I bet you would. I was like,
yeah,
I'm giving you a great wide receiver. It's not like
he's really got
what are you doing me a favor? What are you doing me a favor? Now I want Alvin Kamara to suck, and he is sucking. And I want Mark Ingram to go and suck too.
So
I want you to suck. Establish this.
So I think it was in DeMountaineers' Coffee with the Commish episode where there was a proposal to contract the league,
right?
Remove members, maybe go from 14 to 12. Are you guys suggesting establish this is thrown out?
No, yeah, I don't want anybody thrown out, but
okay.
It just makes trading hard, and that's what I was referencing because he was trying to give me Kelsey, who was my second overall pick, for his bench guys, and that was the first thing I brought up to him in the chat was that he was trying to take my second overall pick for a couple guys on his bench, and respect to him because he's just trying to improve his squad, but there's just so few people have anything expendable, and that's why I think we've always been like Patty, when you were going through the history of the trades, you probably saw I think there was a year where there was none. Like we've just always been really, really low on trades because it's been a real grind trying to actually get people to trade because nobody has anything to give.
Is there a team or teams that frustrates you where they just don't respond to trades that you like to publicly call out?
I don't offer a ton, so
I don't want to call him out. Somebody
that doesn't respond.
Shake and bake.
I don't want to say the shake and bake. Shake and bake.
No, Shake and Bake, he does respond. It usually takes him over a week to respond, and I'm trying to make moves for as quickly as possible. So he doesn't respond very abruptly or at all. So, and he's got to have looked at his team's Thursday night games. I proposed this trade on Monday, the Thursday night game where it happened. So he's had to have looked at his team by now. So he sees it. He's just like, screw you. I'm not looking at it. I'm not responding. So I would like Shake and Bake to respond. I'd also like more counters. I think that just flat out rejections don't get anyone anywhere. And when like Untouchables, who's the last place team, might be one of the worst teams that ever assembled.
I mean, he's right there with Ice
Yeah,
Bashers, right?
and you, with your first team
I'm
where you went 0-9
bench.
Oh,
I didn't know how to put guys active.
2001, good times.
Yeah, so I think that you know when I'm always picking at the bottom people because they're the ones that are most eager to trade, and when you just reject, I'm not trading. Like I offered Untouchable, very fair deal, and he just rejected instead of countering. So
I ordered Goff straight up for Fournette.
Thoughts? To Drug Infested Den or the other one?
To Untouchable.
Because the Drug Infested Den has it
Yeah.
now. Yeah, I mean that's got at least got to be a counter.
Yeah.
I think at least.
Well, he's been offering me all sorts of crap.
Yeah.
he's been doing the whole 5 players for 1.
Yeah.
And my best player.
Yeah. Also, I offered my phone number. If you have a trade proposal or want to chat about things, feel free to text me.
Could you repeat that number one more time?
732-865-6397.
I think we referenced some old teams as far as the worst ever in the league, and I think with respect to Untouchable, I think the 05 Ice Bashers probably still take the cake.
Was that Teddy Bruschi year?
That was the Teddy Bruschi year.
I mean, that is by far the worst draft selection I've ever seen.
And he had just had a
He had just had a stroke. Not to mention, you don't take defensive players in the first round, but he just had a stroke.
Yeah, that was brutal.
So.
And it was him. It wasn't even like some weird computer glitch. He chose him.
Oh, that was him.
Was that the last year he was in the league?
He quit right after that. He came back for I think 1 or 2 years and then quit again.
I miss Ice Bash. This is an automatic win.
Well, that's how I feel with Untouchable right now.
Oh, so do I. I can't wait. I'm playing in 2 weeks. I've looked it up because I need that win.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Enjoy that, big guy.
I need that one.
Any closing comments for this hijacked episode of Coffee with the Commish?
Well, I would just like to say that I'm not actively trying to screw anybody over. All about fair trades, and I will travel down any path that you guys want to travel down.
I think I will travel down any path, especially the ones that Sean's traveling down.
Just gotta find it, man.
Yeah, I'll travel down those paths too. But the thing is, I think what we need to really think about is you just gotta. I understand taking risks when you're losing a lot of games and blah 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 blah. But I think you need to really think about what you're doing for the other person's team.
Pettish is mad that he sucks. Okay, he sucks. He's got 1 top 3 finish. He's been in the league for freaking 15 years, and he sucks. All right, that's all he wants. He wants one of these, and he can't ever get one because I just keep butt pummeling him every freaking year into more champions.
This is the guy you're trading with. And I want you to know, Garden State Grinder, that he talked a lot of shit about you when he said he butt pummeled you on that trade. I want you to know that, all right?
False.
He thinks he butt pummeled you.
False.
So use that in your next ice cold takes and butt pummel him. So
False.
you talked shit about him.
I said I don't know what he was thinking.
And then you went on a little bit further.
What is that?
I don't remember.
No, I didn't. I said I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know why he turned down Tom Brady. That was really bizarre to me. Ben Roethlisberger's not that good.
Yeah, and I'd also like to just for ice cold takes, I'm actually really curious why you love Ben Roethlisberger. So when this airs in your next video, I'd like to hear what you think on that.
Thankfully, it's gonna be 3 weeks before I got to make 3 weeks to make trades before this absolutely the Mountaineer slamming comes out.
We'll talk about when this episode is released. But,
Okay.
Let's close it with a couple trivia questions. So
Is it about the league?
it's about the league. Just a little history. It's nothing too crazy, but.
This is the first question. Which shoulder muscle is Alexis currently straining?
Yeah, shout out to Alexis for she's now filming her 3rd episode of Commish's Coffee.
This one's got to be like 12 minutes.
Guys, we're closing on 24 minutes for this episode.
Are you serious?
It's worth it. That's what you're thinking. It's
my God.
We're going to be jacked at the end of it.
Props to the camera lady.
Yep.
Ice packs after
We'll
that.
get your foam roller.
Let's do the trivia.
The trivia, so
She's probably trying to keep this under 30.
so I will throw this out to both of you. Let's just see if you can both answer. There's been 11 people that have won a Moore League championship. Can you name them?
There's been 11
we can both.
throw it out.
Okay, so me,
Crazy Fools.
Crazy Fools. Mike, Ryan. Established this.
Did Me Machine win one?
I don't think he did.
I thought he won one like almost immediately in the league.
Is that one of your answers, or?
Let's come back to him.
Oh, Matt Festa.
He
was a legend
Cat
for a
Like
while.
Thief.
Cat Like Thief.
A Seton Hall one.
Did Giants Rule win? No. Okay.
No, I don't think he got there.
Can you answer me one question?
Sure.
How many of these people are still in the league?
Bear with me.
Okay.
7.
7. And we've had 6. And how many of them were not in the league? She's looking. How many of them were not in the league? So only Matt Festa was the only one we named that's not in the league right now?
Matt Festa, yeah.
So, well, what about did Sal Morgadon win one?
No, he was always terrible.
Who-
He was
did,
Bears.
did Red Moon Cards win one?
Ooh, Red Moon Cards might have won. Red Moon
He did
Cards.
not.
He did not.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to be naming teams. that I
Mean
remember.
Machine won one.
Mean Machine did win
Okay.
one.
Okay, that's
I'll
7.
throw you a
We
hint.
disrespected him so hard. No.
I will throw you a hint. A name was dropped before.
We have established this. We didn't mention it.
Yeah, I said him.
You said a former member team name was dropped before.
Cock and Fire?
No.
Sanjay Murty.
Yes.
I was thinking him.
he won one?
I was thinking him, yeah.
Well, we got it. Is that
That's 8. That's 8.
8.
Yeah.
We have 3 more.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to be naming random teams. I don't know who else.
They have a shot clock again.
Okay.
I can't think of who anyone else was in the league. We haven't named everyone that's currently in the league. So Untouchables, Pops Fish never won a established.
Oh, well, Madison Hedgecox must have won.
Oh yeah,
He must
that's
have won.
Yeah.
He must have won.
Who else is in this league right now? That Jimmy Legs hasn't won one. I obviously haven't. We already named Sean. Who is there? We're missing people in the league currently.
I think you got everybody in the league.
Okay, so I don't know the other ones to
Yeah,
say.
who do we got? Who's the last 2?
One Man Wolfpack, also known as BMAS.
Okay.
B-Moss.
B-Moss.
B-Moss. We said B-Moss.
Yeah.
And you said we're missing one?
Yeah.
I'm just going to name them all in order here.
Okay.
Matt Festa, Sanjay Murty, Crazy Fools. Did you say
Yeah,
Crazy
we did,
Fools? Okay. Myself, The Mountaineers, One Man Wolfpack. Here's the one that you guys forgot. Dirty Harry.
Oh my God.
Is he still in the league?
Now, one
He got him.
Machine, Madison Hedgecox, established this, and Drunk Infested Cat.
Okay, we did pretty good. We had 9.
Quickly, since we're only like 26 minutes into this
27.
episode now, 27 minutes, there are 7 active members that have not won a title. Can you
Well, Patrick is definitely one of them. I know that. I know
Me,
that. Jimmy
Pops
Legs.
Fish, Jimmy Legs, Untouchables,
Grinder.
Grinder. Is there 8 teams now? Did you grade
7.
them? Okay, I thought you were about to say we missed one. That's 5. We need 2 more. I'm trying to think who's in the freaking league.
I don't know. The names have been changing so much.
Bring up the fantasy league so we just go through the teams. Is this cheating?
I think so.
We don't care.
Hold on, yeah, I'm just gonna bring it up. Sorry, Teach.
You can blame these guys for the very long episode here, but
Oh, yeah,
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, the title should be worth it.
Okay, it's not working. It's
too long.
the app isn't working.
We got 5.
10 seconds.
Yeah, just tell us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mud Dogs
Okay.
Mud
and
Dogs.
Pops Fish.
I said Pops Fish.
Said Pops Fish? We read more. Mud Dogs, Jimmy Legs, Giants Rule, Pops Fish, Garden State Grinders, Shake and Bake.
Shake and bake,
Shake
sweet
and
forgot.
bake,
Shake and bake,
shake
shake
and
and bake,
bake.
shake and bake.
Well, this
Maryland's
was-
about to score again. So.
That's a wrap on whatever this was. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your coffee with the Commish.
Yeah, I love you, everybody.
Cheers.